Laban, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Bless up yourself. Classic, how are you doing? How uno do? Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for being here. Laban, it's been a minute. I know it's been a while you guys haven't heard my voice on my channel. Wait, hold on there. How would this? Ami? No, sir, me not see no, me not see right. Hold on, let me take down this. Let me take down this little bit. Let me take this one down. Hold her there. I'm happy to hear that. How could I cause this morning? Ami, may I see right? Or me not see right? Oh, no, tell me there. Thank you for the thumbs up, Raban. How are you doing? Ami, where are you? And what you doing here? You're not supposed to be at school. A long time I not see you on them streets here. What's up? You make me have to turn off all me. I was doing a silent stream. I said I want to come out and read the Bible a little bit this morning. It's been a while. It has been a while. So how is everyone? I pray that you're all doing well. You're all doing fine. You're all blessed. Your foot in the video. Go up so.
Yeah, go
Tell me you go up there.
no, me want to pass.
All right, pass.
Me pass. You pass it?
Yes.
No, sir. Wait, don't tolerate it.
Oh, Lord. Yes, Ami, I'm happy to hear that. Yes, child. Big up yourself. Greetings, greetings, greetings. All right, so I can turn on back the camera a little bit. Yes, my people. It is another beautiful day, isn't it? Here where I am, the sun gone in, where would I say in Jamaica? It's overcast. Probably we have rain a little more from now. But the sun was out, but the sun gone in, gone hide. But we are still here, giving God thanks for grace and mercy. Something that none of us earned, but we got it. So thank you for coming, Raban. Classic, thank you for being here. I miss Purpose. It's been a minute, but I'm happy to see you. And I pray that all is well with you and family. So, guys, I give God thanks for waking us up, each and every one of us this morning. And we all know that it's nothing good that any of us have done why we are alive this morning. From ever since me have that black border here, round this thing. I mean, I know how to take off this. Oh, Lord. Where say, Raban, you get tricked. Me no know how to, I don't know how to remove this border. Me no know how to, all right, hold on there. Alright, good. I don't know what it going on, but hopefully, because I don't know what I did. I have no idea. Seriously, I gone right back. Margaret, good morning. Is it Micah or Micah? Micah. Let me say Micah. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Settings. Hold on. People, me don't know how this let me see. So why is it? This is one I want to use. This is the one I want to use, but I don't know what one. Good morning to each and everyone who are here. Happy to see you all. You agree with Robin Classic? Me not trick you, man. I didn't trick you. Indeed, it is. Sister Margaret, how are you doing? It has been a while. No one has seen my face on this here channel. And it was not my intention to be seen, but a very good friend of mine came and it caused me to be here with my face. All right. I would like to let me remove myself. Give me a moment, guys, please. Yes, sir, Raban. You hear the cock crowing at the background. Yes, guys. Greetings once again. Here we are. We are together again. When did my daughter call me? Yes, that's her channel handle. Let me see. Hold on. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let me make it easier for you, Sister Margaret. Let me make it easier for you. I have a God who never change. I have a God who never fail. I have a God who never fail. Oh my God, my Lord, He never change. I have a God who never fail. I have a God who never ever fail. I have a God, He never change. My God, Jehovah God, He never change. All right, we are ready. You didn't hear the rooster? You didn't hear the cock crowing in the background, Sister Margaret? Rooster, cockerel, yeah. Thank you for joining me this morning, and I pray that everyone is doing well. This phone is giving me everything that I'm not looking for, so let me leave it alone. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you. You are welcome. I know my jacket. It's not my jacket. All right. So this morning, guys, I'm picking up. It has been a while that I have not been here reading like I usually do. I have been out and about and I've been busy, but I've been doing a little live stream here and there. Let me shut this down. Let me shut that down. Let me close this one. The bird, okay, the bird was louder. Okay. Yes, man. We are here on YT Streets and I'm here. Me hear Miss Margaret talk about it before. And I am sure that I am not the only one who speaks on these things. But we have to try, make an effort to be kind to persons. I was watching a movie yesterday and I've been hearing a lot of people talking about that movie. And sometimes when you watch these movies, it may not be realistic. It may not be something that is happening, but we can relate to these things in real life. And some of these movies, guys, when you watch these movies, did you know that it is actual things that are going to happen? I remember watching a movie once, and some of these movies that we watch, and they are telling us about you have to like isolate yourself. And some movies that we don't look into them, but these are things that are actually going to happen sometime sooner or later. All right, we have to be on the lookout. These movies are enlightening. I don't watch a lot of movies these days because the whole heap of nastiness when me now watch it. The whole heap of, you know what I'm saying. Me now want YouTube come for me this morning. Give me a second. Some of these movies, when we watch them, it opens our eyes. It opened our eyes to some things. Simply Michelle, how are you doing? Welcome and good morning. Thank you for the thumbs up. It opened up our eyes to some things, guys. Because yesterday, the movie that I watched, you have persons who are going through these things in real life. Because this young lady, she had one child, and she was a single parent, a single mom. And she had to work. And persons, she could not give the child all that the child need, the necessities in life. It was very hard for her. And there was no one to lend her a hand, no one to give a helping hand. Give me a moment, guys. I'll be right back. Never fail. Oh my God, my Lord, He never fail. All right, I'm back. Yes, my people. Sometimes we take these movies for granted, but they are actually telling stories. They are, yes, darling, my hair growing. You notice, yeah, man, the hair growing, and I don't know what to do with it. Hey, Jay Brown, welcome. How are you doing? God's child, Elaine, happy blessed morning, hon, and all my lovely people in God's child house this morning. Enough love and respect to you all. Blessings, one and all. Blessings to you as well, Jay Brown. Thank you for coming. Now, this movie, I think it is safe enough to watch. Has some, have a bit of violence in there still. But the name of it is Straw, and it is a very compelling movie. I don't know how many of you have seen it. Did you say you watched it, Classic? I watched it yesterday, and it is my son's aunt. As she made me watch it. She decided, I've been seeing this movie and I need to watch it. I need to watch this movie. But it tells a story of a woman, a single parent, a single mother. A plot of that here. All right. No worries. That lady, no one to give her a helping hand. Her boss, Straw. The name of the movie is Straw. There is no one to come to her rescue. No matter what she's going through, and the child is in school, they would ridicule her because, when you're poor and your child not wearing certain clothes and your child might be the child look poor. When my children are going to school, my children, nobody could really ridicule them because their hair were properly combed every morning and their uniforms were well ironed. Straw, the name of the movie. Yes, man, I figured it out. Yes, I know that it's a mistake. All right, so the name of the movie is Straw. And that movie, the mother, as I said, is a single mother. And the child might be the child look poor, because you can poor and your child don't look poor, You can be poor and your child no look nothing poor. When my children were going to school, especially one of my daughters, when she was going to school, she took pride in herself. And I can tell you, she never used to have lunch money many days. Many days she went to school without lunch money. And it was a teacher. When I told her, because the teachers and I had a good rapport, and they would tell me, if them not have no money, make them come to school still send them to school. I will provide lunch for them. I will go to the canteen or whatever. And many days, that's what they had to do. So sometimes when I told her to go and tell the teacher that she don't have any lunch money, she said she's not going. So I had to write a note. And sometimes, when you have a lot of children, you have so much to do. There is always so much to do. I never have time, not even for myself, guys, not lying. And sometimes I couldn't even find the time to write the letter. So she would not tell them. And guess what? Children used to ask her for money. If she not have any money, can give them to help make up with their bus fare. You had other children who were poor as well. But some of them used to eat. You know how children are. Eat off them lunch money and them not have not lunch money. Eat off them fare. Everything, every minute you see them eating. They didn't have any discipline on how they save your fare to go home. So sometimes they would ask my daughter for lunch money, for bus fare to make up, to pay their bus fare. So this woman was no different, and all she wanted was to cash her check. Her boss was always at her, the landlord, because the money that she's working wasn't enough to get by her money. Troublesome TV, bless up yourself. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you for coming. The money that she was making. And if you live in a foreign, if you come a foreign, you know what me I say. You understand? Because it is hard to survive sometimes on one job. Sometimes you have to room with someone else to be able to pay the rent. Because to pay the rent here and compare that in Jamaican money, you can live big life. You can live big with the rent here for the apartment sometimes don't even stay good, but you have to live somewhere. And many persons here are homeless on that account. And when you look at Jamaica, we are so privileged, but a lot of people don't know that, and them have to travel, come a foreign, to know how to accept the smallest things and the simplest things in life when you live at Jamaica. Because you can ask your neighbor, for two pada aki, you can ask your neighbor or go down the street and get one hana banana, or you can get one breadfruit, you can get two June plum, you can go in a bush and pick two mango. Here, you know, see none of that. The only thing where you see is so empty tree. So you have to go start eat the leaf them off of the tree. I saw the poor kids from single parent are treated even in church. I can tell you. Sister Margaret, I can tell you. And it is not nice. And many children at times, when you hear how they live, that is why sometimes when you see them in a society, it is nice if you say something nice to them. It is nice if you can say something nice, because where they are coming from, it is not nice. The community, even in my next video is about this same topic, the simplest things in life. Wow. Confirmation, my friend. Confirmation. Let me tell you something. It is not easy when you are a single parent, a single mother, a single father. And another thing, Father's Day is coming up. And, you know, here the fathers being highlighted and making such a fuss about, like how they make a fuss about Mother's Day. You see the big splash and the big throw out, the big extravaganza for mothers. Now, I think the tables are turning where mothers, I think I will talk about this another day, another time. But happy Father's Day if I don't get a chance to say so on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the awesome fathers who are out there, not only who are here, but we need to recognize the fathers some more, because you have some fathers who are doing a mother's job as well. You have some careless mama, I'm not going to call them mothers, some careless mama who up and left their children for the fathers alone to take care of them. Your girl child who should be with you, but some fathers are better, way better than some mothers. So hats off to those fathers. It's true, Jay Brown. It is true. And we all know why. You have some fathers, majority of them, who were lackadaisical. They were absentee fathers, but the roles have changed. I have seen fathers now taking more part in their children's lives. So, yes, it is a good thing. It is a good look for the fathers. It's Marvella. Welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for showing up this morning. I appreciate you coming in. All right, so back to the topic. Jay Brown is going to tell me I'm always all over the place. But when something comes to mind, I have to talk about it at that time. So we'll talk on our fathers another day, another topic. Now, when my children used to go to school, guys, it was hard. Margaret says I could write a book on how the about the community's behavior. Wow. Wow. Well, I can tell you, I can talk from experience. I've had so many bad experiences. You know, when people actually saw that I was somebody, guys, because Marvella doesn't know, and I doubt Troublesome TV knows as well. But I have 9 children, and the community looked at me as if I'm the scum of the earth. I am the scorn. And the thing about it is, I never allowed my children to go nowhere and beg nobody. If I know that they are begging, trust me, them not going to like the feel of it. All right? And Troublesome TV says the balance needs to strike. God's ideal is father and mother. Yes, in the home, bringing up the children. Amen. But in some homes, Troublesome, you know what happens? You have some mothers who doesn't want the father to scold the child. Sorry. You have some mothers who doesn't want the father to scold the child, and it goes both ways. Raban says, I had a friend that used to eat with me, and we used to share lunch, and when one of us didn't have lunch, no one knows. That's right. That's how it is supposed to be. But when I gave my children lunch money or lunch to take to school, when I gave them lunch from home, they didn't want to eat it because sometimes you would see a poor people food, rice and mackerel, would have cooked the evening before and tell them to go one side and hide and eat it. And people would tease them, and you know mackerel have a smell. So them never want carry. If it's fritters, them not carry it. If it's even rice and chicken, if a dumpling and chicken, they are not taking it because they said they're going to tease them. And you know something? When they would hide and eat it and children would see them, they would go over to them and beg. Because you have some children, even it's pride. Some of them don't have it either. Some of them don't have it. But they would hide and steal, and they would hide and beg. No, Althea is not one of my daughters. No. One of my daughters do have a YouTube channel, but not very popular. She doesn't do much videos. The Missing Piece. She doesn't do much videos, so she's hardly, but she says she have some contents about her. She just did a surgery, a procedure the other day. So she says she's going to start posting. So let's see. And it's Marvella is saying hi to Simply Michelle, and you guys are greeting each other. It's Marvella is saying hi to Rawborn. Right. There you go, Simply Michelle. The children like to fit in, not to stand out. And when I even tell them to go, you know, PATH. If you're a Jamaican, you know the PATH program. Program of advancement, something of the sort, where they would get lunch and they would be assisted in getting that food stamp. It was food stamp before, but they changed it to PATH. So children who are in the clinics and they are very poor, they would get this. But for the life of me, I could not get it. Even I started applying for this thing from the children were small. And even when they were in high school, it is only since 2022, when they were almost out of school, the two small ones, that they would have gotten it. And you have persons who did not deserve to be on it, who would be getting it. So they have friends and favorites who would get on the PATH program. But you have children. How did I get here? We're talking about a movie that I watched yesterday. Okay, Margaret, okay. This speaks so much to each and every parent who have known what poor is and who knows about poor life, who knows about going without so that my child can have. There were days when me and we are coming like strainer. And I am sure that I am talking for another woman here. She may not be on the platform right now. She may not be here. But I am talking for someone who this is relating to someone else, not just me. I am not the only one whose underwear was like strainer. And I'm being honest. All right? My daughter used to say it is AC. Hey, well, Rich, blessings, blessings, blessings. Wanga lady, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for being here. If you guys have joined, I'm not seeing the thumbs up. Don't know how many there are, but remember to give a thumbs up if you have not done so. All right. And if you're silently watching and you have not subscribed, you can feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. All right. And hit that notification bell. In the event I go live again, you will be notified. All right. Thank you for being here. Silent viewers, those who are on the replay, thank you, Classic. Thank you. Those who are on the replay and those who are in the chat, thank you all for being here. Now, let me tell you something. It is a hard life, and life can be very harsh. Yes, man, I'm being honest. Raban says, I used to carry one of the biggest lunch box they used. Back in those days, it was called the Shoemaker. Oh, Lord. The Shoemaker. Never hear about that. Yes, man. All right, Raban, you teach me something. I used to have a lunchbox. You see, it was one of those metal or aluminum ones that when you carry it, sometimes you hear the handle rattling. And that lunchbox had a worm on it. Not a worm, but an apple with a worm. I haven't forgotten that lunch kit. And the apple had a hole in it with the worm. You can see the worm, the tail and the head. Yeah, man, that's a new one, Raban. Yes, well, Rich, it's true. There were times when I had to wear my flip-flops in the yard and go to Ochi or go to Port Maria. My flip-flops. And my children, when they are going out, you would think that I am their helper. I did not look dirty, but the same, I had a set of yard clothes that was yard and going out clothes. So my yard clothes, guys, them look like strainer just the same. My children used to say, Mommy, you can do better, you know? You can do better. Why you always tear up? Why you always have to wear them tear up clothes there? And I remember one day I had on a blouse and I was pregnant. When you're pregnant, you know, guys, you want to wear some clothes where have AC, not true? And the AC clothes that I'm talking about have a lot of holes in there. It washes until it tear. Sometimes even this part of the shirt is torn. All right. So sometimes you would see me wearing those kind of tops. And my children would be, yes, while Rich. Yes, man. Can I tell you simply, Michelle? And my daughter tear up that one day. She said, no. She said, Mommy, when you take it off, do not put it on back. And she didn't wait for that to happen. It seemed like you got a fisherman lunchbox, Raban, from Margaret Smith. Fisherman lunchbox. What was a fisherman lunchbox? I don't know them something there. I don't know them something there. But anyhow, guys, when you are poor, you are victimized. You are in school, you are victimized. You are in your community, you are victimized. Because people don't see you as a real person. They see you as Eileen daughter, or you don't have a name. Trina, good morning, darling. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. They don't see you as Jody or Margaret or Ali or Paul or Peter. They don't see us that. You know, Eileen, we have a whole heap of pitney them. Yeah, man, a fair daughter. What a pretty little girl. You know how these things, how people can be. The children don't have a name. They are Eileen daughter or Elaine daughter. Eileen Pitney or Nancy daughter. Yeah, man, the one we have a whole heap of picnic them. That is how I was always described until I started to travel. And when I started to travel, then you would hear me start get respect all of a sudden. So you always hear to be poor is a crime. And that is why you have children who would steal, children who would act out, because there is no love. Sometimes not even in the home, there is no love. Yes, man, they still do it. I know. There is no love. And this woman, her daughter had a sickness where the child would get seizures. And she had I was watching bits and pieces of it because I could not really sit and watch it. It was too touching. I could not just sit and watch it. Too touching. There was a time when I was like, and I had to catch up myself and say, hey, it's a movie. So when those who were watching the movie around me, when they were like, what make we have to ugly so when we cry? I was like, I was laughing at them, but I am hiding, you know. I am hiding and I had to be doing this a lot. I had to be doing this a lot, but me not gonna make them say that because them are gonna laugh after me too. So while I was laughing at them, I had to be catching up myself and saying, hey, it's a movie. You don't have to get so emotional. So those people, for me, they did an awesome, an amazing, and a fantastic job with that movie. And it was something that I could actually sit and watch because there was no same woman thing, man thing, you know? I didn't see any of that. And this woman, she was victimized, her child was victimized, and it was just not nice. It was just uncomfortable. And I remember that I was there. And it doesn't make you feel comfortable. You could not sit and watch that movie because you have been there too. And you know where you are coming from. And it puts you back in that place to remember those moments when you were going through all of that. It doesn't make you feel comfortable. So this lady, her daughter had a sickness and she could not properly care for the child. And teachers were beating down on her. The landlord was beating down on her job, because she would be getting calls that probably something is not right. And the landlord, not the landlord, sorry, her boss would be at her. So she would be always despondent, and she ended up unaliving the landlord. Then, where did she go? She went someplace else and she had to unalive that person as well. Me not remember, was it the security guard? No, but she went somewhere else, and because of the treatment that she was getting, she had to unalive two persons. It was actually two persons. Her at her job, it wasn't the landlord. And when the police were investigating and they went, the landlord came down on her brutally. They said, can we see the apartment? If you don't have 2 months rent, you cannot see it. And do you have 2 months rent? Do you have I don't remember what else she asked for, but you know, the woman wanted to the police woman wanted to discipline that landlord. She was really, really mean. And you can tell what this poor woman was going through. Having a sick child to deal with, having school issues to deal with, work, it was just too much. So she wanted to cash her check. It was $500 and something. she did not have her ID, so they would not cash the check. So she had a gun, and she had a medication for her daughter that would light up every minute. Every minute it would light up, and when it lights up, they are assuming that it was a bomb. So imagine now, she went into the bank, had her gun, but she did not show it until the teller, who knows her very well, she decided she's not going to cash the check because she did not have her ID. The teller, who knows her very well, would not cash the check. And the teller was giving her a lot of money because she now showed her gun. She said, I want to cash my check. So she got nervous and she started to panic. And she said, everyone thought she was holding up the bank. And she was just taking out money and giving it to her. She said, I don't want it. I don't want the money. I'm not holding up the bank. I'm not robbing the bank. I want my money. Like she would say, $521.50. And she decided she want the money. And the teller was still giving her, pushing the money on her. She said, I don't want your money. And they're still not understanding what is going on. But the manager was there. And the manager said, give her her money. So she counted it, and it was the 500 and whatever, right down to the cents. And she was satisfied with that. And now the situation now has gotten out of hand, because now she is there and she was like, how is she going to get out of the bank? Because they are assuming that she's robbing the bank. She did not know at that time that it is also presumed that she had a bomb on her. People were presuming because it would go off and she would stop it each time it goes off. And it was close to the end of the movie that they would be saying, like, she took it out and she put it down, and she saw how they jump, and she said, what? It's she I don't remember, but she started to explain that this was her daughter's medication. I should even tell you the movie, you know, but at the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day, it just goes to show how some people can be misunderstood. And because of your situation, how much people can look down on you, rub you in the ground, have no compassion. Robin says, yeah, I didn't know where my mom got it from, but it was a big plastic box, like a toolbox. And she put a food thermos inside it lunchtime, and food would still be warm. Wow. Boy, us mothers can improvise, you know. Yes, man, us mothers can really improvise. Guys, give me a moment. I'm going to check on the machine. Just give me a moment.
out.
I am back. I am back. I am back. Whew. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? Give me a moment, guys. I got a message. Let me just respond. If there is anyone new who came in while I was away, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Okay, guys. Yes, my darling. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Trina. Thank you. Yes. Sister Trina, when your vacation from Whitey is ending, please come back, sis. All right. Okay, there you go. There you go. You're on the road, Trina. Appreciate it, darling. Hopefully soon. I spoke to her relating that as well. All right, Trina. Yes, man. That is how we're supposed to look out for each other. That is how we are supposed to be looking out for each other. So, guys, hey, Servant David, how are you doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for coming. Big up yourself. Bless up yourself. Thank you for being here. Let me go over here. I have a God who never fails. I have a God who never ever fails. I have a God who never fails. So, my friends, listen. Let me show. Yes. So, guys, I would have said it time and time again on here, but people will always be people. You have children who are going to school who the parents are abusing them, whether it is verbally or physically. And so we have to choose wisely our words when we are telling some children. I have seen a beautiful little girl. She's told that her smile, she need to fix up her mouth because she have a space teeth. And I don't remember what other problem. There was no, and when I know the child personally, and I was saying to her, nothing is wrong with your smile. What you like your smile? She said, no. Me say, why? Because them always a tell her say. Me say, you're not going to be able to please everybody. Now, when you try to tear down something like that, another family member who is telling her that she big and she fat and favor elephant. When you do these things to a child, what are you doing? You are tearing down that child's what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me out with a word there. The child not put no value on herself. There's a word that I'm looking for. Me never can find the right words when me want them, you know. But when you tell a child, you're lowering that child's morals, her that word that me I look for, yeah? And it makes the child feel less. No, the child is not fat. The child is from a parent or from a background of her family are big, fat people, self-esteem. Thank you, Sister Marvella. Self-esteem is the word I'm looking for. You're tearing down that child's self-esteem and you're making that child feel less than she is. And when you go around, there you go, Trina. The pitney big and fat. the child is fat and she looks like an elephant. And that child is what? She's 16 now. She's now 16. And the child has bought herself a waist trainer. She put braces to close the space, but she had to go and remove it the other day for a cleaning, but she didn't get the cleaning. So, okay, there you go. What are we doing when we tell our children these things? Mark you, when I was a young child, when I was a young parent, and I used to tell my children some things, yeah. And it breaks my heart today to even listen to another parent telling, thank you, Sister Margaret. Yes, it's Marvella came up and she told me that you and I come in same time. Now, when you try to tear down these little ones, and at that age, and there is a man or a woman tells that child, hold that child's face and says to that child, did you know you're beautiful? You don't know how beautiful you are. You have a bright smile. Your eyes are beautiful, but deep in your eyes, you are looking sad. And you're speaking to that child, no one else, whether it is a man or a woman, telling your child this. No, that person is not necessarily related to the child. You have some men who will take that child, family members. We have to be careful too who we allow our children to be in the company of. Servant David, you are going on good, over 93.5. Proud of you. Okay, whatever that is. Me no really, that is going to Servant David. I don't know if he's still here, Rabban. That is it. Told my son, don't let anyone put him down for his weight. Thank you. You don't know why. I don't know why he is big. He's a big kid. I've seen him. But I've never looked at it as how him big and slobber, how him big and fat so, how him big and ugly so. No, you don't do that. Don't body shame a person. It is not nice because that child is already struggling with something. That person, that whether it's a child or an adult, that person is already struggling deep within themselves. And for you to always be coming at them with negative comments, it is not helping. And you will send that person to go and buy some rope and go around the back and tie it up on the tree. All right? It's Marvella said, people called me a fat pig all my young school years. That had a negative impact for many, many years. When I hear these things, guys, my throat get tight because I am a person who is, I have a soft spot for persons who are abused. And even now my eyes full of water, just hearing that, it is not nice. School children can be very cruel and incompassionate. When they hear even their parents not instilling good morals in them. Sandys, welcome, my darling. Welcome in Sandys, Shimmers and Elegance and Bridal Gifts and more. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. How are you doing, Sandy? I have seen your me not get to check it out yet, but no worry. I will be doing a full replay, all right? We have to be very careful. The doctor said I overfed him as a child, so it stretched his stomach. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. You just have to listen. And sometimes not go so, you know. Sometimes not go so. Sometimes nothing like that. Nowadays, they're telling you, you have some children who eat a lot, And you have some children who eats very picky. So I'm not going to say that you overfed him. Probably him just eat enough running little. But you have to know how to take care of that. Sometimes it is that they are suffering from an illness. Some children are suffering, or some people, they are putting on the weight. Them don't know where the weight coming from, but it's there. We don't need to tear them down with that because they're already struggling with that. You get what I'm saying? Now, when you go and tell the child, "Oh, not play with him. Don't play with him. Look at how he's big and him face big and fat and ugly." See, that child is already suffering with his self-esteem issues. And for you to go and tell that child he's worthless, she's worthless, she don't look good, he doesn't look good, nobody will ever love you, or nobody. You know, I had a sister who did that to one of my child, and she's still struggling up to today. Sometimes she would say, "But you know, say, mommy, me sexy, you know. Mommy, me pretty for you, you know." I never lie, I tell. Even now as an adult, because I had a sister who would tell her what she looks like. And I can't even tell you what she used to class her with, or make her similar to. Can't even say it here. But she struggled as a child, even into her adult years. And it doesn't make one feel good. No. When I used to have to leave and go to work, I used to leave them with my sister. And they were abused. When I used to live in Senti, and I used to work in Montego Bay, Joyful Julie, you have been on my mind. Welcome, darling, welcome. I think you've been here in the back. Thank you for being here. And when I remember these things, sometimes I don't think about it. The love that I had for my sister, even in death, I couldn't hate her. There were times I didn't speak to her, but because she's very brutal, she's very evil with the words that she uses. And my child was abused, you know. But back then, I did not know that it was abuse. I didn't like it, but because I didn't have to stay with them, you know. You want to talk to me? Okay, you can talk to me off the ear. So we have to just give him smaller portions to try. But it's a challenge because he loves his food. All right, let him keep active. Yes, man. And Mrs. Sam playing football. Let him keep active. Jolie said I would dislike my sister for that. I couldn't hate her, Jolie. That was the only sister that I was closest to. Good morning, beautiful host and friends. Welcome, Auntie Julie. And I know that you too have been there. Even on your channel. Me know say you got through it. Me know. And while I was talking about this, you came to my mind. Yeah, man. You came to my mind. Okay, Julie. It is not nice, guys. Julie, she's big. She's a big person as well. And she has issues. When you have a thyroid problem, it can make you dash on the weight. You hardly eat, but the weight is there. I know another lady who she's saying to me, I wasn't this big. And all of a sudden, the weight. Then she found out that she has thyroid. So let me tell you something. As children, when you have a child and you can say kind words to them, don't allow anyone to have to tell them for you. You tell them for yourself. Continue to empower and continue to lift them up. Lift up their self-esteem, because sometimes they are going through it and sometimes they are suffering in silence. You don't know. You don't know what that child is going through in school. You don't know what that child is going through at church. If it's a child who goes to church, that child loves school, and then you notice that child doesn't want to go to school anymore. That child loves to go out, and that child is hiding. Sometimes, even though they are abused, they are still going out. They still want to go out. Julie says adults need to choose their words when speaking to children. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Julie. And I'm speaking on this because this was not the intent this morning, quite frankly. I know the Bible can't read. I'll know the Bible can't read. Good morning, Nadine. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Charity, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. You have been here too. You never buck up Jolie around at the back, mosquito and killing around there. Welcome in, my friends. Thank you all for being here. We have to be very careful with words. We have to be very careful with words. They can affect us for a lifetime. Yes, man. And the mental and emotional suffering can be long lasting. Depression, the depression state, not nice. Not nice at all. I was hearing that a young man, 16 years old, some of you here knows him. He took his own. Him took him own 3 pints. Because he felt rejected. He felt alone. He felt nobody loves him because his parent showed him no love. I did not know that I was handsome until I was a grown man. When women that I don't know from anywhere say that to me. My God. Hey, when you have a flaw, when you have a flaw, let's say, you're not so cute. Because we know that some of us women love when a man handsome. I said the word handsome. All right. The man have to handsome and him have to cute and him have to, yeah. But him have a nice body. Probably him have bow leg and them nice, something they're going on for him. And listen to this now. The person will say, boy, he ugly, but him have a nice body. He ugly body, but boy, me love him bow leg. And then you have somebody would have said, he ugly, he no cute, none tall, he hard for look on, and him body out way favor. Everything just wrong for him. Nothing just not happen for him. Boy, he not go get a woman. But there's a saying, every whore have them stick. Every whore have them tick a bush. If you're a Jamaican, you know exactly what I'm saying. And yeah, my people, may I scroll and my hand upon the laptop, my hand upon the table. Yeah. All right, let's see what was being said in the chat. Yes, so Raban, trust me. If you're not so cute, you get it. If you're handsome, if you're cute and your body not ready, trust me, you get it. So all angles, there is a struggle. Right now, waiting on my thyroid result because I'm struggling to lose the weight. Julie, I can't imagine what you are going through. I was thinking about you. Who are you thinking about, Nadine? Is that me? Boy, me feel special. Classic, for the first I see you with my eyes. Oh, Lord. So we have to be very careful. Charity, bless up yourself. The girls call him fat and sexy. in his class. Why? You know why him fat and sexy? Because him play ball. So you know a baller always have that leg there. Yeah, the foot kind of, you know, have that style. Yes, man. But when you struggle with, we would have say ugly, nano shape. As a woman, I know a female, I know a woman. And my people, thank you, Nadine. Thank you, I will. Thank you. When you have a woman, and because the woman, them are the most, the one that we say, no have no shape. So, I know this woman. What would I say? She ugly, but me not gonna say she ugly. Because her face bearded too, you know, she have a lot of beard on her face. So, you know, so she gonna get ridiculed. All right. So she have beard. Guys, I don't know if you can imagine what a sexy carrot looks like. The head of the carrot big, up here so big, and it taper down, narrow right down. A sushi shape. People, let me tell you something. She not get it good. She not get it good. God's child, sometimes we have to give the Bible a rest and face urgent issues. Not true, Sister Margaret? Yes, man, true. I have a lovely discussion. And me, oh, you miss me, Nadine? Yes, man. I have been here, but I was kind of taking a break, a little bit of break, because there was so much going on, and there is still a lot going on. Yes, you know about the bow leg, not true, Sister Sandy? You know a thing or two. Yes, you know a thing or two. Servant David said, I have a question. If a man is not present in a child's life, does he deserve a gift or happy Father's Day? Servant David, you know, so you always come over here with something where me not get what you're saying, Servant David, but let me kind of address it a bit. If a father is not present in that child's life, how is that child going to know that it is not because he doesn't want to be present? If that is the case, how is that child going to know? No, if it's a father who is a delinquent, definitely him not care, him no business about the child at all. Yeah, yes, Wildrich, I'm on Messenger. Sometimes it's different reasons why the fathers are not in their lives. I am going to tell you why my children's fathers were not in their lives. And I am sure that other females from you don't have button. From you don't, okay, I get what you're saying. All right. If you don't have round here, so round the back, down at the lower back, and that yata, don't it, Simple Michelle? You don't have round the back, down the bottom, down there, so. No, you're not nobody as card to it. Them say you don't have no shape. But a true. Sometimes you're narrow. Sometimes you're just in a one. Just like the carrot. You taper right down. But let me address Servant David's question. Hold on. God's child is going to address that. No, I'm happy you said that, Servant David, because the children is not going to know why the father is absent. There are many factors that could be present there. One, the father is a father who is disciplined, and because of the discipline that he's going to instill in that child, the mother tries everything to keep that father away. Another thing, the father would spoil the child rotten, and the mother no want that to happen. All right. And when me say spoil the child, can't discipline the child at all. And the mother is the father left the mother, and the mother is still, she have a hangover where the father is concerned. So she don't want the child. Those fathers should be given a gift, but who is going to give them? Who is going to give them? And those fathers, you have some delinquent fathers now who, them only one who say, am I you that no? Yo, look how me, and him big, and look on the man, and him a come out in a life, and him pass him subject them, and the boasting and all of that is happening, and am I you that am I you that one, all of that good stuff. But he chose not to be a part of that child's life. I was telling my husband, don't know why I'm not seeing. Okay, you don't know why you're not seeing me. I was kind of busy changing apartments and fixing up and all of that. No, some of those reasons is not the father's fault. No, Servant David. Some of them is not the father's fault. But I can tell you that many occasions are the papa fault. Because I don't have one baby father. Yeah, I don't have one, I don't have two. And at all times, it is never my fault. No. And I can attest to that, and I have proof. I am not the father's, I'm not the fault. I'm not at fault. These men want more than one woman. And the minute a child comes into play, on many occasions, those fathers are absent until Jamaicans would say you can go back on cutting table. And then them want to come back in your life. Remember now, you have a child already. And after I've seen that, I'm done. Pastor Glenn would have said, I'm done. And he said several times. But after I've had one child with that man who shows me his true picture, his true, who he truly is, and I have one, I'm not going to have two. I buck up. Me I go have two. There you go, Charity. Sometimes the father is no good too, as well, God's child. They don't want the responsibility to mingle and to make a child. They would go, to mingle, to make a child. Why not do the other? And because of that, Charity, because of that, that is why we end up with patchwork. That's what you have some older women would call it, patchwork. Yeah, man. So here my problem now. May I talk from my experience, all right? I have one child, my first child. Her father chose to take away himself. Yet, when he see me and say, me come back pan farm, and want come get family again. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. So, he was not in her life for many, many years until him find back himself. And I don't know if it's family or what, but you have some fathers, many of them, they don't want to be a part of their child's life. They chose not to be a part of. I wanted another discussion for this, Why Servant David bring up this? We're talking about poor Pitney. We're talking about children who come from poor background, poor homes and all of that. That's what we are talking about. All right. So, really of a fact, I never want to touch upon that topic here because this is a topic all by itself when we want to address another day, another time. I don't want to touch on it too much. When my father was not in my life as a child, until I was a young woman, it was his fault, but I forgave him. My son, who you all know, his father was not in his life. And you know why? You know why these men were absent when they were younger. This one, he was not in his life at all. This one, particular one. And he would tell me about his other women. He make it a point of his duty to call me and tell me when the child get bigger, he would when him start go school and start go primary school, he might go take him from me. All right, let me go back up. I guess I missed it. Let me go back up. Let me go back up. Let me go back up. I'm supposed to read your message, man. I'm supposed to read your message. Let me go all the way back up. Let me read that already. Classic. Let me read that. How is your daughter, God's child? Wish her all the best for me. Is that one you're talking? Yeah, man. I responded to that if that's the one you're talking. Let me come down here. I will. And you said, yes, you're addressing me. I have read your messages. But God's child, I don't have WhatsApp. I am on Messenger. From you don't have. All right. And that spoiled me and turned me into a dirty bug. More than one woman. Dirty bug. Hey, me miss that one day. Hey, Rabba, no easy, you know. Which message? Okay, probably this is the one. Sometimes the father is no good as well, God's child. They don't want the responsibility. I read that from Charity. It all depends, but if they want, they will. Because if it was a woman, they would go all out to get her. That is true. But let me tell you something. Me never want to touch upon that topic here. This is not, me want to stick to one topic. When my father was not in my life, I read that. I am going to do that over the weekend. I started to touch on it, you know, but because I wanted to do another topic, that is why I diverted. I bring it up because it's Father's Day weekend. I am going to speak on it. And because I am speaking my mind type, I'm the speak my mind type of person. Yeah, man, it's okay, but I didn't want to do it here today because me already have this topic going on. Both topics wrapped around each other perfectly. All right, so we can do both. But I wanted to but it's okay. And persons can actually come up if they want to, and we can discuss it because I am using StreamYard. And Servant David, he not go come up because him go say the link is there, but some Google something. Because we tried it already. You're right. Don't be all over the place, God's child. All right. I am getting one that it's okay to go ahead and speak on both. Rabban is saying the both of them rap perfectly. When it's Mother's Day, were you here when I said that? Were you here when I said that, Servant David? When it's Mother's Day weekend, we can't stop hear about mothers. In fact, we hear about it the entire week. Only the week, you say? Not only the week. He beat himself up over it. So I didn't see the sense in pounding him because he was already doing it himself. Yes, man. When they have something called conscience, you know. Yeah. Thank you, Sister Margaret. Have a beautiful rest of the day, all right? And thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here with me. Thank you so much. Let me tell you something, guys. Me not really want to wrap the two topic them together because, yeah. So we can discuss this on Sunday. Because me not going to here tomorrow. I won't be here tomorrow. You all know what it is. You all know what time it is. So, me want that topic there for that day. Me want this topic specifically for Sunday. I'm going to do the everything. I'm going to do it. I'm going to set up that stream for Sunday. Yes, my sister, have a blessed day. And I will see you on the streets. Thank you so much for your time. And thanks to everyone who have been here with me. So, guys, me not too want it for go too long and take up on time, you know. When I'm not ready, me know so no know say, yeah, at that time there. Some people will just leave and it's okay. Because you have been here with me for a mighty long time. But give me a second. Give me a second. Let me do something here. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. And you're free to go whenever you're ready. But I need to do this right here. Sometimes, guys, we have to be careful what we say to children on a whole because they're already struggling. Yes, Julie, thank you so much. Thank you, darling, for still being here. It's not easy, you know, when children are already struggling with whatever they are struggling with, and you are impounding it or beating them down with unkind words, you know, it's not nice. It's not nice. Now, you have some men who, they're not the handsome side. And we know say not everybody pretty and cute and handsome and all of them nice things there, right? We all know that. But at the end of the day, we can't make them feel any worse because we have to lift them up and boost them self-esteem, don't it? And make them know so they're special. Yeah, man. We have to make them feel special. When you have your child, don't allow somebody else from outside to tell the child how cute he is or she is, because them are going to go about it in a way, and it might be for all the wrong reasons, the wrong intention. So be careful and don't allow someone to do that for you. Do it for yourself. No. David, Nadine is saying, David, because the woman, you know, say it got turned out in a this discussion. Me say, if you stop discuss that. Stop. We're going to come with it on Sunday. We can touch on it a little bit. But I'll be here with this topic on Sunday. Why is it women are highlighted on Mother's Day, but not much for the fathers? And I would like persons to actually be prepared to come up and we discuss it on Sunday. All right? And Nadine is saying, David, because the woman have to carry that child in her stomach for the 9 months. Man don't know the feeling, the pressure that the woman go through. You have some men, you know, who the 9 months that woman is going through, some, not every day you hear it, but that man will feel the bad feeling too, you know. Watch how I make servant David. You know, so me I go discuss this for Hannah. Me now go discuss this for God's Child TV. Me going over Auntie Hannah with it. This can discuss here, so not with servant David. My mom gave birth and my father passed the hospital, and as if he never knew, but later on. And that is exactly, Charity, my son, you know now, his dad died. Hey, listen me. La la. Yeah, brother. This is not the place. Listen me, Simple Michelle. You know, so you're sassy like Auntie Hannah. You're sassy like Auntie Hannah. So we're not going to discuss this over here. So because Auntie Hannah I go on Brockway. So it's best if we went over on Auntie Hannah's story time with that discussion. All right? Yeah. Because Auntie Hannah go get way. Me can't tell her that. My mom, okay, I read that. They said ugly men. Me not go read that one day. Simply Michelle, me not read out it. Everybody in here can read. Nadine, if we never... All right. Me not go read that. Me not go read that. Thank you, Nadine. Thank you, Nadine. Even in home, we have to make healthy home environments. The child can feel free to speak up. Thank you, Sister Sandy. Thank you. Listen me. You see, when Servant David is here, let me tell you something. Him carry on with himself. Him not behave right. Servant David don't behave right. Servant David not behave right. And because of that, let me do something. Give me a moment, guys. Me not gonna discuss this topic anymore, you know. Because this out figure up one street where me not want it figure. And Servant David. When Servant David is here, him not know how to control his finger them. Servant David cannot control his fingers and his thoughts. And this is not the channel for it. All right, Servant David. So make we leave the Father's Day Sunday until Sunday. All right? Yeah. We're not going to discuss anymore on it. Yeah, man. Enough respect. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Sandy. Thank you. Thank you. Simply Michelle, me love you and me love your vibes. Yeah, me love you and me love your vibes. And we can, in fact, we can express truly. Thank you very much. Everybody come out for Servant David. Him no know how to control him finger them, and him no know how to control him tongue. When him up on him channel, him no know how to control his thoughts. Him no know how. So if you no can help him out, cause he doesn't do a very good job in that area. Let me see what he says. Sandy, I took karate and I used to, you know how to take lick. So that I no feel them. All right. One broadboard can't suit you. Yeah, man. Hey, sometimes when you hear conversations with the Lees, sometimes you wonder, you know. But those discussions have to be discussed because you have some persons, I mean, I want to go this on either. But sometimes you have some persons, married couples, me love the discussions. When me come in at the discussion, you know, don't it heated when Anna Hannah, me supposed to come over there with, you know, sometimes make mistake and send God's child over there. And some discussion, sometimes, you know, married couples need to listen to them something here, because when you are a Christian, when you are a child of God, I'm not going to say Christian, when you're a child of God, when you're trying to live the way God wants you to live, and you and your husband are of one mind. Now, the negligee or the negligee or the negligee, it stop where when you're not it out in the world, you're sexy up and all of that. Yeah, that is for another time. But at the truth, when you go over an conversation with the Lees, you get stuff like that. Yes, man. And these things needs to be said, because the bedroom now appear ice in the bedroom. Appear ice in there. And appear missionary in the bed. Now it's only missionaries in the bed. But we will go to that another time. Okay? We don't want no distractions on what we are talking about. All right? Give me a moment. I will be right back. Thank you, guys. I appreciate. I love the discussion this morning. Me see it. I there. I want to decide so on and me soon come back. I am back. All right. So, me skip over it so many times. All right. Michelle, my sister, you love it, you know. My sister, you love it.
Don't make me food show.
Eh?
Don't make me food show.
So, Rosie, my son, I am evolving. Not true, Julie. Not true. Marie, you are here. Welcome, darling. Welcome, welcome. Hi, God's child and everyone. Marie, welcome, darling. Thank you for coming. All right. Why you say me evolving, Auntie Joyful? Why you say me evolving? Me not understand what make you say so. Me no say no nothing bad you say no. True me a change up, changing scenes. Girl, me have to learn. And me I do the little discussion, you know. Yeah. Sometimes you can't stay upon the same. Love Morgan, little most me pass over you. Welcome, Love Morgan. How are you doing? How are you doing? Servant David, you're back. Let us continue. Hey, you see you, Servant David? You love the foolishness too much. Hey, if you go sleep, come out.
No.
You go sleep, Rosie.
No.
All right. So, we are, may I talk about she's a big girl. She's a big girl. Just like how you'd say, Auntie Julie, into different topics. Okay. Sis, I want to talk about and how you have persons who try to body shame people. When them big, them me no say nothing bad, Auntie Julie. Me no man. When them big, Rosie, if you don't mind, just stand up a little bit, let them see you. And this woman, she can't walk per road in peace. She can't walk per road in peace, my friend. See her there. That's his aunt. Sexy, nice woman, personality beautiful, smile beautiful. That's my son's aunt. And guys, you know, so I really hide nothing over here. So when he was small, her brother, my son's father, never used to take care of him. And he would call and he would make some comments and him carry on with himself. Me only I said that. And guess what? You see, in the end, he stepped up. He stopped going to school. That after my son left school still, you know. But him step up and him come around. And very shortly after that, he passed. And they were bonding. He was not the perfect father, but he tried. And I could never hate that brother. Could never hate him. I've been through a little of the BS and still going through it on YT. That is what I am talking about. We should never look down on anyone unless we are helping to pull them up. Thank you, Servant David. Now, my friend has a sweet looking little girl. And why I'm saying that is because I too have been through it. And my daughter, she was told how she favor our father, whatever, from my own family member. And it was not nice. And that tore that child down. If you don't have nothing good to say, as Servant David would say it, if you're not trying to lift someone up, don't tear them down. If you're looking down at someone, it must be because you want to lift them up. All right? Right here on YT, I wasn't born like this, with these dark circles under my eyes, and it's not lack of sleep. You all know the problem that I had. You all know the problem that I had, the medical issue, and my face was swollen. When me say swell. This eye was worse. And when you look in there, it was red, fire red. And it left this bag right here, this black spot under my eye. And right here on YouTube, persons would come and try to belittle me or say negative stuff. If you're up on YT, YouTube, you can't be thin-skinned. When me hear Julie say she come off a YT, me sit down good. And me say, no, man. And me no wait until the video finish, you know, guys. It was All Fools Day. And me got through because me say, no, me have to find her. And I did everything to find Julie. Joyful Julie Lifestyle and Adventure. I decided I had to find her. To find out if she's okay. Even the bawling, even the cry where she said she a cry, look real. I didn't want to do this. But I may tell her say it's real. And people were body shaming her for real. And they are still doing it because she said it here. And you have seen my friend here. She's a big girl. She can't walk on road in peace. She went out one day and she had to take public transport. And right then and there, man a chase after her tail. Nothing is wrong with these people. Beautiful. They might, if you're fat, then cost you. And if you're slim, then cost you. You cannot and you will never be able to please everybody. But as a child and your own child, you have to speak positive to your children. Do not be one of them. Servant, before the chat go, thank God he tried. Yes, man. Yes, Michelle, he tried. But as I said, we are going to pick up on this one on Sunday. We are going to talk on it. I was talking to her about this very same thing. And when did I talk to you about Father's Day?
I think it was day before yesterday.
Something like that. I mean, what?
Yesterday?
I know yesterday. I know yesterday.
Day before when we never got told you, right?
Mm-hmm. I was saying, look at how Mother's Day get attention.
More than Father's Day.
I was saying it. Mm-hmm. There was a time when it didn't matter to me, Father's Day. Father's Day never matter. It didn't matter at all. Julie says, Joyful Julie says, I've been through a little bit of Yes. And still going through it right here on YT. It's not nice because we cannot make anybody. We cannot make no one. So don't try to tear down someone because they're already going through that struggle. All right? And she says, but I'm strong. Julie says, I'm strong. Yes, man, he tried. And my son was warming up to him too. You know? In my opinion, overweight people are nicer people than those not so overweight. But most humans are overweight. It's a proven fact. That's right. That's right. And Simply Michelle says, true, David, they are very loving. Sewanya. So true. You have to learn that fast. Thin skin don't work here. Yes. If you have thin skin, do not come on YouTube because you're going to get a lashing. If you're fat, because we call big people fat, you're getting it. And if you're skinny, you're getting it. Me, get it. And I am not. Yeah, I would say I am fat. Me would have said me fat.
The thick.
Yeah.
Thick.
But guess what happened? Because I am uncomfortable being too big, I'm trying. Because I can get out of proportion if me allow it. But not because a person is big. You don't know what that person's challenge is, why that person is so big. You don't know that person's challenge. And you coming to tear them down. Sometimes they are coming on YouTube to seek friends because in real life, they don't have any friends. And in real life, you have people who try to tear them down. And they come on here for solace. They come on here seeking affection. Somebody, them can sit down and talk, just like how I'm talking with you guys. And we are having a good time. We are exchanging thoughts. Michelle, you want to come up and help me talk? So true. You have to learn fast. Me read that. I did it. Servant David. Okay. Servant David said he also do it. And he realized he was wrong and he learned from it. We ensure our son feels and knows he's loved. That's right. And Joyful Julie says, I pity those that BS me. Not true. Yes, man. I was diagnosed with AIDS and I got mocked about it here on YT and in the real world. I know you give yourself, you never bite.
Nobody would take them on you.
You never bite. Okay, you're cutting. All right, you're doing some work. Girl, go for me not go send you ferry. Me I go ferry. Me I go show you something what me do. One story to the next. Hold on, I come in. Me not think not change. I'm going to show you something. Something that I did. Michelle, look at this. I made this cushion cover. It's not complete. It's not completed, but yes, man, the table when me have here, so my little office, my son made the table for me. And I want to do the borders. And now that you mention it, that you're cutting, yeah, I want to do the piping. The piping, yeah. I want to do this. I want to put the piping on it. So you know, me I go pull it out and everything. Yes, Michelle. So me over here I do a little thing too. So, my friends, when you have your children, thank you. Yes, thank you, Michelle. Sandy says, let me go back up here into the chat. Them call me granny, but I just tell them sweet words. Yes, man, kill them with kindness. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Kill them with kindness. I was on Miss V live stream some nights, and persons would come in on there and call our granny just the same. So now you alone, them bully people over here. People can be very cruel. This world is a cruel world. And as children, it has to start from in the home. Make them know, say, listen, you are loved. I love you. Not afraid to use that word to your children. Let them know, your children, your grandchildren, if it's a child who is around, and worse, if you know say people are tear them down, empower them, build up them self-esteem, because they need it. And my friend daughter, pretty little girl, beautiful, she's been told that them not like her smile. I did not call you, Siri. I did not call you. That child was told that her smile, I don't know. What did I tell her about her smile?
Her space teeth.
Her space teeth.
So she want to close it up.
You hear that, guys? She want to close up her space teeth. Was in ads. Okay. Yeah, my sister, some of you guys were in ads. She want to go and close her space teeth because of people. People not nice. No, as if that wasn't enough. She's been told by a family member, very close family member, she big and fat and favor elephant. And we can relate in real life. When I watched that movie yesterday, it was real life happening. And you could relate because these things are happening in real life. People are going through a lot. People are struggling with their own insecurities inside. If you're a married couple, you're struggling with something. You see your husband look on one next woman. You know, say, because she have long hair, me I put in weave. You know, say, I try body big, me I go put on body. You know, say, I try hip them broad, me I go put on hip. You're struggling, persons are struggling with their own insecurities many times. Sometimes me tell myself that me not pretty. So me I struggle. Me I struggle too. But I know it's not true. But you know, so sometimes you have one day when you not look so pretty. Though anybody can relate. Let me know. You have a day when you just wake up and you just look rough. Let me know if you get those days as well. And a day when you wake up and you say, boy, today is my day. You know, so me look good for you. Me look pretty today. That's why I stay in the office most of the time, because I can't do everything at the same time. All right. That's right. That's right, Robin. That's okay. There you go. There you go. Yes, man. Sometimes me wake up in the morning and I say, no, man. Can't look on me here no comb. Sometimes at days me go on my hair no comb. Me just do something yesterday. Guys, if you have been here long, following me long enough, you would know that in 2022, me never have no hair on my head. I look on my hair. Look at my hair today. 2022, I was bald. And this is my own natural hair. And me did want to cut it off back. Me did want to cut it off. And my son, my children, I said, Mommy, why you want to cut back your hair? Because me did like how it look. And it's easier to manage. It's easier to manage. But I've been getting too many threats not to cut it. So everyone is going through something. Everyone have a struggle. Everybody has struggled with something. And we have to be very careful. How? We have to be very careful. How? Give me a chance. Give me a second. Everybody have a struggle. Everybody's struggling with something. And as children, when you, no matter how them pretty and you send them out, somebody, all right, you know what they used to tell my daughter? She's beautiful. One of my daughters. Beautiful little girl. And you know what them used to tell her? They used to tell her, you're pretty, you know. You're one pretty little girl. She black and pretty. They always have to put in the black. And they used to cuss her as pretty as she be. How she black. No, and I keep telling her, do not allow people to make you want to change. And Rosie is saying, as teenagers, most of them lack self-confidence because of people who body shame them, and they become amen to that. Amen to that. So true. It is true. A lot of children, and I mentioned it earlier. Simply Michelle said, all of us want to change something. Not true. No, I mentioned it earlier that a young man, he was only, what? He was, what, 16? I think he was. And he went and took his own 3 points because his parents rejected him, mother and father. He wanted to go back to school and they would not. And he did not feel loved, even from the community. Every last one of us have faults. The difference is, will you let those faults define you, or will you define those faults? Thank you for that, Servant David. Thank you so much for that. We know that we all have flaws. We all have flaws. And when you see your flaws, what you can do is to empower yourself, find a way, and stay within the reach of positive people. Not go around negative people, because even your own friends will tear you down. Those who you call friends, them will tell you, say, no man, Jackie, you get too fat, man. You get too fat. And you're out of shape. You know how no shape again. Yes, man. Tell her, say, look here. Me not like how you put on the weight still, you know. But even though you put on the weight, you still look sexy. You still look like Jackie. Empower them. I said, try not get too much bigger than that, you know. You know, say something and find out something about the person. You know, say because you're sick, why you put on the weight? Or you know, say it's because of that, why? And eat less of that. Eat less of that, or eat more of that. Something. But don't body shame the person and try to tear them down, because you don't know the headspace. You don't know what they are going through. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. That person is already going through so much. And for you, tell the person, say, no, Sammy, I have to go stop walk with you. You're maga, man. You're too maga. Oh, you maga, so? No, that's your friend. You're too slim. You're too slim. People are going to say. And when you're slim, guys, you know, the first thing that they used to say in time past, they used to say you have AIDS. When you within yourself see that I have become too overweight, I need to take off some of this weight. You know what happens when you start to work on yourself? You're working on your self-esteem. You're working on yourself mentally and physically. You start to take off the weight. Because sometimes because of people. You start taking off the weight. You know, say, you look like Eileen have AIDS. You look like Eileen have AIDS, you know. I wonder if I can say I have AIDS. But in time past, the first thing they would say, you know, sister Eileen have AIDS. You know, sister Servant David have AIDS. When you start to remove the weight. And when you're slim and you say, me not comfortable with this weight at all. Me I go put on back some weight. You know what happened? How you get so fat? How you get so fat? People will always criticize you, no matter where you are. If you have a lot of money, them say a thief, you thief it. Them try to say, you got your money by doing illicit stuff, illegal things. And if you are poor, you're going to get a lashing. Being on YouTube, you have to have thin skin to be on here. Simply Michelle says, sometimes I feel like, why? Me know what Hannah would have done in this case, you know, Michelle. I know what Hannah would have done in this case right now. Trust me. I know what Auntie Hannah's story time would have done in this case. Because, yeah, she said her own flat. And Servant David says, yes, me we tell them, say, them sexy, even overweight, but not put on no more weight, thinking, you know, you're going to look better the more weight you put on. All right, but it's not tearing them down. You're saying something nice, but you're encouraging them at the same time. Me used to have a thing. Where? Robin said me used to have a thing for Browning. A Browning in the love, not Servant David, Robin. Yes, a Browning, I did Robin Courage, I did film thing. So guys, if you are thin-skinned, I can tell you, white is not yours because you're going to get it. If you're slim, if you're fat, if, as we would say, you're ugly, and persons here can attest to that, because here is Sandy Shimmers and Julie. They have their own experience. I have mine, you know. Sometimes them tell me, if I turn down my voice, I'm talking too loud. Because you're Browning make you see how you come out, Miss Classic. You see, me a Browning. Yeah, me a Browning. This is brown. But we know what Robin is talking about. All right, Servant David. Me not go keep up on the time. One of the here long enough with me. I am going to should I turn this into a silent stream? No, I am not. I'm gonna start over. I'm going to give this another name. Go get it, that video here, another name. Yeah, man, that's true. But you know, say, me prefer black men, dark-skinned. When I say black men, let me not say that. Because we are all black people here, most of us. But light-skinned men. And I don't know if I do have a preference, because, yeah, light-skinned men, I find some light-skinned men attractive, but the more darker his skin is, my daughter said, Mommy, you know, say you color prejudice? I'm not. Most dark-skinned men, okay, I read that already. Yeah, but it is what it is. So being here on YT, we have to be very careful of what we say to people, how we say to people, and not tear down people, not tear down anyone. And as Servant David said, if you're looking down on someone, be sure that it is to lift them up. Give them a helping hand, you know, to help them on their feet. One day, I'm going to let you see. All right. I hear that. But I don't doubt you. I've heard you say it more than once. I don't doubt you. Guys, we have to be very careful. Being here on YouTube has taught me a lot. I don't know for anybody else, but I know being here on YouTube has taught me so much. All right. You hear that? Me telling you such a spicy, you know. Me telling you, people. Yes, man. She's very spicy. This lady is very spicy. Very, very spicy. This one, this Simply Michelle, very, very feisty. My granddaughter would have said feisty. All right, hold on there. When you have your children, as I've said before, and I keep going back, and I keep saying that, let them know that they are loved. Let them know how much you appreciate them. Don't allow someone else to tell them. Don't allow someone else to tell them. Because they might just mislead them in telling them stuff like that. All right? Be sure that you are the one empowering your child and telling that child how much you love and appreciate them, how beautiful they are inside and out. And if there's anything that, any faults or flaws that they have, that you know that they can change, let them know that you don't need to be so loud. You don't need to be so vulgar. All right? You don't need to be doing this. You don't need to be doing that. Let them know. Talk to them. But don't body shame your own child. Me can tell her, say, me never used to do it, but me also call my children them names. All right? Yeah. Me also call them names. And if you're a Jamaican, when I was much younger, I had my first child at the age of what? 17. Yes, so you know, when you have a child that age, you yourself is still a child. And I used to, when them give me trouble go, and then come. And I used to, yeah, them never used to hear the end of it. Yes, man. Them never used to hear the end of it. So, you don't be one of those parents. Empower them. All right, Rich. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, Marie. Thank you so much. When I was a teenager, oh Lord. Not true. Michelle, listen me. We need to talk. You and me, we need to talk. We need to talk. Yeah. We need to talk. Yeah. So I can relate to that, Simply Michelle. Trust me, I can. Bye-bye, Marie. See you next time. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here with me. I do appreciate it. Simply Michelle, when you're a teenager, you just explore, Yeah, man, when you're a teenager, you just explore. But as you grow older, you find out, say, hey, this is not, Yeah, but I just saw the thing go. Michelle. So instead of tearing your children down and, calling them names, just let them know how to change their personality. If it is that you see something, sometimes the people them a follow, but if you call them some names like the blackbird them where fly and the four-footed animal where bark outside, whether night or day, yeah, you have to be careful. Me also do it. Man. But I found out early. Me never like hear people doing it. So I stopped. So guys, every day in life, we go through something. Yes. Every day in this life. Let me hear what Raban said. Raban is, Raban said, but I've learned that chocolate is full of natural flavors and nutrients. I mean, now go bother with Raban. Now go bother with Raban at all. No. Every day, a child goes through something. Thank you for being here, Rich. Thank you so much. See you next time, all right? We have to be very careful. And when you have your own child, don't allow someone else, some family members, if you should listen to the news today, you hear how fathers doing what to their own children. Fathers are now abusing their own children, sexually abusing them, that is. So, careful. Cousins, not all of them mean well. Not all of them means well. Sometimes then tell you how your cousin will tell yourself, why, you're pretty, you're sexy, and all of those good stuff. Because them want that sexiness for themselves, whether it is male or female, saying it to the same sex. Hold on. Where go on, yes, sir? Hold on. Okay. So be very careful of family members, because they too will tear your child down. Yeah. They too will tear down your child, and they too will influence them the wrong way. All right? So be careful. Also, whatever it is, talk to your child. Talk to your child. Help to let that child feel secure. Help to let that child feel loved. Help that child to feel appreciated, because sometimes they are not. All right, Classic. Catch you later. And yeah, we're wrapping things up. Let that child feel appreciated, all right? And relate as much as you can. And when you especially have been there, you know how to get it across. When you're here on YouTube, we have met into so many of these negative persons. But guys, may we never find ourselves in those positions where we are tearing down people. Yes, man. Yes, you have to keep your eyes open. That's why me don't send mine go country. All right. There you go. Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much for being here. We're wrapping things up. See you next time, Auntie Julie. I think you're saying laters are see you. Yeah, man. Me dey here long enough. So me I go cut this stream, and then me I go do a silent stream. So let's see. Even though my daughter is a big young woman now. Yeah, man.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
We're not talking to you. We're not talking to you. Thank you for your time. Hey. Yes, guys. So just be careful, of even your circle on YT, here on YT. Not everyone who visits your channel means you well. Those same people who are in your comment and those who come to visit, some of them only come to create content. Yeah, man, some only come to create content. So be careful, all right? And don't let anyone words frighten you, all right? Sometimes it's easier said than done, because sometimes we self-esteem is already low, and when persons say things to us, it tears us down even more. But empower yourself. Find a way to empower yourself, and not make nobody chase you away from this space. It is big enough. It is big enough for everyone, all right? Talk to your children. Love upon them. Love upon them. Persons you haven't seen for a long time. Visit them if you can. Reach out to them if you can, because tomorrow is not promised to any of us. All right? And that person may just be in need of someone to talk to. And you just may reach out to that person at the time when that person is at their lowest. So always think about someone other than who is in your immediate circle. someone who you haven't seen in a while, someone you haven't heard from in a while. Reach out to them, find out how they are doing. All right. So, guys, this is where we are going to say our goodbyes for today. If anyone is live, I would love to do a redirect, but I know that we are all busy. I know that. Me know say Simply Michelle, she busy. Me know say everybody busy. Joyful Julie. But sometimes I like to do away name again, redirect. Yeah. So give me a second, guys. Me sign us a act up on me. Give me a second. All right, guys. So we are going to say a prayer. I didn't say one at the beginning, but we are going to say a prayer to close. Okay? And I will be back on Sunday if you guys are interested. I will be back here on Sunday. Yeah. With that Father's Day talk. And if you guys are interested in coming up on the platform, let me know. All right? And we can have a lively discussion because we see how it was going this morning. So look out Sunday. All right, guys. So let us say a prayer to close. It's a good way to end. Always with prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you, mighty God, for your discussion. We have not spoken to you this morning to invite you in our midst, but even so, we know that you are here. So even now, mighty God, as we are about to divert from one place to the next, whether we are traveling on the road or we're at home in the confines of our homes or we're at the workplace, wherever we are asking that your Spirit will continue to guide us. We're asking, mighty God, that your Spirit will continue to empower us and help us, mighty God, to be true, to be kind to those who we meet on a daily basis. Mighty God, even here on YouTube, we are asking you to help us to show compassion for each and every person. Mighty God, we are asking you that when even those who are negative, when they come with their negativity round about us, help us, Almighty God, to embrace them and to speak positive to them. Sometimes it can be hard, but Lord, we are asking for strength. We are asking for faith. We are asking for your guidance because at times it can be challenging. It can be hard. Help those children who are going through those challenging times, those challenging moments when other persons try to tear them down. Almighty God, help them that they will have the strength to stand up. Mighty God, help us as adults to empower someone and not to look down on anyone, because there are times when we might feel the need or feel the urge to do so. But Lord, continue to guide our spirits in the right direction. Continue to guide our minds and our thoughts and our actions into positive thoughts. Guide us, continue to protect and guide us, continue to protect and cover us, to feed us with the bread of life each day in our going out and our coming in. These and other mercies we pray. Amen. Thank you everyone for being here, and I will see you somewhere on the street. I will continue to be here until I'm gonna close this segment, and I will start another stream, a silent stream. I did not set it up, but I will do so shortly after I have ended. So thank you once again, and I hope to see you on the streets. Be blessed, everyone. Until next time, be blessed. Take care. walk good. Most of all, walk with God, all right? Simply Michelle, Sandy Shimmers, Robin, Classic. Classic has already left. I think Joyful Julie have already left as well. But thank you all for being here. Oh, Classic, you're still here. Charity was here also earlier. Not sure if Voice Out or Justice was here. Servant David, everyone who was here. I'm not going to remember every name. Marie Ellis, Marvelly, Sister Margaret. Those persons would have already left, but nonetheless. So take care, guys. I'm going to do another live stream. So if you so desire, you can pass through and give it a thumbs up. You don't have to stay. Just pass through, give it a thumbs up and make a thumbs up, stay, and then you can go on, all right? If you so desire. But I will be seeing you on the streets and I'll be seeing you on Sunday. Walk good. Bless upon yourself.